Oh, come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you are moving into securing the throne of your life, the creative throne of your life, which is at the center of your heart and your mind. And so much muck and dirt and filth and false illusions and false narratives have been, thrown onto that family. So it's kind of a clearing and a healing process. But those are definitely stories that you can get on our secondary channel, Dr. Mumbi Spirituals or Dr. Mumbi Spiritual Show. Special shout out to every single person that enables us to continue doing the show. As you know, we are fully sponsored by our Patreon family and by all our, lovely supporters who send us gratitude donations through PayPal. If you'd like to support the channel, the links are definitely down below. So as long as there's this support, family, we will always try and find time as we transition into doing something else to bringing you the awakening news. Now, of course, Iran. Is it over? Iran, Israel, the whole thing that was going on between them. There's been so many stories going around. A lot of people felt that it was staged in order to try and lower the vibration of the planet. Every time we get through, we come to a place as a collective where we're about to make a quantum leap. There's usually a World War I or a World War II or a genocide in Rwanda or a famine in Somalia. There's always something that takes out a lot of souls, and in kind of taking out a lot of souls, that just naturally lowers the vibration, family. But we are moving in different seasons and in different times. But I mentioned this on our TikTok, and definitely follow us there, same name, at Dr. Mumbi Show, where I talked about how the Iran-Israeli war is not so much about weapons of mass destruction and all that BS, but it's about the fight, the ongoing global fight for dominion of the rare minerals. Now, a couple of months before the divided states Israel actually decided to go against Iran, although people say the divided states and Israel are the same thing, stories for other days. Iran had actually just discovered some rare minerals, like 20 or 30 or 40% of the global supply of rare minerals. Now, these rare minerals are the ones that are going to be used to create the superpowers of the next timeline. Or so they say. These are the things that can create our mobile phones, that can create weapons, that can create the jets and the time travel and the spaceships and all that. And currently, China has actually become the leading controller and manufacturer and processor of the rare minerals. They're just called rare minerals. It's all of them that you can imagine. Nobium, all the ones you can imagine, family. And so now, with Iran they discovered a massive deposit of these natural minerals. And so, of course, there was a lot of argument about if that could have been the reason that, Israel decided to launch their attack, because it's all about resources, family. Everything that's happening is all about who has the natural resources. Same thing everywhere where you see wars, family. It's because of the natural resources. But also, we've reached the time of the Aquarian age, the great unveiling. And the unveiling is not just about the truth being exposed and people seeing the great lie and the great narrative distortions that happened, but it's also about the Stargates, because there were many, many Stargates, family, across the world. And these stargates led to other realms, other realities. A lot of people have said the stargates were like our airports right now, where you go to the airport to go to Ghana, or you go to the airport to go to the divided states, where you're actually going through a portal, air portal, to get there. And so we were open up to the wider universe. And people used to come in and out of Mama Earth. We would also go in and out to to other countries or to other dimensions, to other universes and to other worlds. And the majority, some say there were like 3,500 sacred doors that were closed, but there's minor doors and there's major doors. I'll actually cover this whole story on Dr. Mumbi Spirituals, and I'd love to hear your perspective on it. So there were the larger doors, and then there were the sacred doors and things like that, family. And a lot of those doors were shut down, but there were certain sacred doors that are still being used around the world. And one of them happens to be in Iran. Others argue that there's another Stargate in Ukraine where the war is going on. Others argue there's a major Stargate in the Democratic Republic of Congo where they're fighting for all the rare minerals as well. We all know about the one in Mount Kenya, Mount Zion. There's also people that say that a lot of the major portals across the motherland are where we find these foreign bases, because you'll check, it's something like at least maybe over 50% of African countries still have a foreign base, either American or colonial or Chinese. And you have to wonder, because a lot of these bases are in the middle of so-called nowhere. Like here in Kenya, we have the British Army Training Unit, but it's more like a mining expedition. And I've talked about this extensively on my TikTok. At our sacred mountain, our sacred asteroid mountain, Mount Kirinyaga, etc. Haiti also has a sacred asteroid mountain. Is that why they're always kept in a place of instability? Because it's like, if the powers that were don't control the Stargate, or they don't control the energy, then they'll try and dominate and create instability, around it. Their whole point is to secure the Stargates and to secure the raw materials. Like, we have to start seeing how the enemy of our souls operate. They are not like us. They are not residents here who are just living their best lives, or they're living their most favorable and highest lives. They're here on mining missions. And they're mining on multiple levels, from spiritually mining people to energetically mining people to soul mining people, to right at the bottom where they're like physically mining, the blood of the earth, the oil, and all these other things, family. So when you see what is happening in Iran and the way it has been shut down, didn't Israel ask for a withdrawal or surrender or something like that? I saw there was some kind of ceasefire that is ongoing. It shows you that they had highly underestimated the Iranians. But on another level, it's like there's a new energy and a new reinforcement and a new vibration and possibly a new dimension that we are now operating within, which has brought out different versions of everybody, including Iran. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. And special shout out to everyone that supports us on Patreon and sends us love donations through PayPal. We love you guys so much. For as long as you support us, we will continue to bring you the awakening news. And, really, it was really sad to hear that Africa Stream, one of the other leading, major online news, new media news about the motherland, had to close down, especially after the accusations they got from Trump's government and all this other stuff. So even aside from me, make sure you're supporting our own, especially at this critical juncture, family. Supporting our own voices, supporting our own vibration now more than ever. Not for those who are speaking, but so that they can continue to be on platforms like this and bring in and awaken more of our own people. We have already hit the tipping point. We have already hit that threshold that will bring in the new Earth, the new Mama Earth, the new Mama Africa, the new Alkebulan, whatever you want to call it. But there's still room for us to bring more into the awakening through the harvest season. And it happens by helping to secure our voices on their platforms, because there are their platforms. Sending you so much love and light from the motherland. Tuko pamoja. To all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines.